Previously on the Woke Real Estate podcast with the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke, Chris Monroe.
Simple as that. Makes sense. We got Robert Glenn over here on Facebook wants to know, how are you structuring the MLS deals?
Yeah, it just kind of varies. Every deal's a little different, but the MLS deals, typically we go in, it's rare that we go on the MLS to find a deal to wholesale, right? Because everybody can see that information and they're asking basically retail until somebody makes an offer that they accept. So like the offer amount isn't really relevant, or like the asking price isn't that relevant to us. But I think the point that I want to make before I explain that is we're never buying on the MLS to then wholesale. Very, very rarely, right? Don't try to do that. It's very hard. What we do buy on the MLS would be great fix and flip opportunities or great rentals if we can get discounts on them. But the discounts typically aren't 30%. They're like 15, 20, maybe even like 16, 18, somewhere in that range typically. But how are you structuring your MLS deals was the question. And, I'm not an agent, but my partners are agents and brokers. So they represent us as a owner agent, right? And we just make the offer. And we ask for, anywhere from 5 to 10 business days for inspections. And if it all checks out, then, we're typically making our offers not contingent on financing with a private lender. And we'll put our closing date out, 30 to 45 days, but we put on or before in terms of the closing dates. We don't have to go back and amend it if we can get the private lender lined up or even the bank. We're typically buying with private money though, right? Because it's just easier to be quick cash, right? But not always. And that's it. It's very simple. And we just line it up. Now, one thing I do want to mention, like super pro tip, when you're getting inspection period days, just add in one word, and that's business. And it's going to increase your time by like 40%. So 10 days is really 14 business days. It's 40% more time, guys, for one word. Slip it in there. How many days do you need for inspections? I need 10 business days.
Business days.
14 days. So slip that in. That's a pro tip. But yeah, man, when we're buying on the MLS, it's a little different, of course. But don't overthink it. You still got to make the offer. You still got to go look at the property. You still got to analyze the deal. Just do all those things. One thing that the MLS is kind of a pain in the ass is the agents are always asking for proof of funds. So get with your hard money lender, get with your private lender, and get those proof of funds so you have it available. Otherwise, they're going to be asking you for it. And sometimes they're not going to submit your offer to the seller until they have it because they don't want to waste the owner's time, their client, which I get. Again, it's not necessarily something they should be doing, but it happens. Just know that it does, and just you can't get upset about it, man. You just gotta understand it.
Roll with the punches. Cool. So you also mentioned that mentors and stuff kind of helped you out. What kind of advice do you give a person that's kind of getting into this business? How do they find a mentor of their own?
Always go with the person that's actually out here doing it. As simple as that is, find the person doing it. Because wholesaling, you can learn that on YouTube. You can learn it from Facebook, from anywhere. But learning from an investor that actually owns properties, I think that's the best education. It truly is. Because they already went through the process. You're going to hear about, their wins, their losses, their everything. And that's the best education ever. Because we all take losses in life, in real estate, no matter what part of the transaction. But those losses as an end buyer is completely different. You know what I mean? Wholesalers, we might say something and, oh man, we lost this deal. But imagine an end buyer losing a deal. They lost probably like $20,000. So those are the real life lessons. Always learning from the people that are doing it more than anything.
Right. Action takers, not talkers. Everybody, I do this, I do that. And you look around, you ain't never did nothing but talk. Find more leads than you can even process. That's multiple listing service. That's the MLS for your real estate agents. Absentee owner information. Find the cash buyers and flippers in any market nationwide. Pull a pre-foreclosure list. And don't forget, you got to find those comps. Get nationwide access with multiple filters. Powered by PropStream at wokesource.com. Get your 7-day free trial today. wokesource.com. That's wokesource.com.
Get your free real estate joint venture agreement and get notified of upcoming shows. Text JV to 636-330-1444.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. WokeSkipTracing.com. That's WokeSkipTracing.com. You may have heard the saying, the fortunes are in the follow-up. Now there's a brand new system that is great to help you cold call, text message, drop voicemails, and so much more, all automated. You don't have to remember anything. Just set it and forget it. All you have to do is speak to people. Check it out, wokereply.com. It's a multi-touch marketing campaign where you can schedule to send text, voicemail, email, and even live calls all on autopilot. Check it out today, wokereply.com. That's wokereply.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of all ages, it's about that time. It's Monday Night Raw, real estate style. What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday to you. We are streaming live on multiple platforms right now. We got the Clubhouse crew over here hanging out. What's up with y'all? If you're listening on Clubhouse, you can always hop over to the YouTube channel at ChrisMonroeSTL, and you get the full experience of the show tonight. The same with you that are watching temporarily over here on the IG. Hop on over to the YouTube channel because that's where we're streaming it live. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitch, we're on Periscope, we're all across the board. Go ahead, put your name in and let me know where you're coming in from so we can give you a quick shout out before we get started tonight. We got a great show for you. So let me make a few announcements as well. Next week, we'll be on with Sawan Belcher. He's out of North Carolina doing a lot of creative deals as well. We're going to bring him on the 1st. I can't believe this already the end of January. We just got into 2021, but February 1st, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, we're on with Sawan. He'll be coming on, dropping some jewels. Let's see, the 15th of February, we're on with Corey Reed. He says he's the largest wholesaler in the Northeast. So we're going to see what that's about. We're going to show you how to be the best wholesaler. That's coming up on the 15th of February. But as far as tonight, we got the Business Queen. That's right, Roxanna Wilson. She's in the green room. She's about to come out swinging and bucking and swinging and give y'all some jewels and tell you how she bought a block of houses and a whole lot more. She's a wealth of information. So if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share so we can let other people know that we are up in here. What's up from Detroit? Gilbert, I see you over here on Facebook. Dingy, I see you. St. Louis. Oh, you are from St. Louis. I didn't even know that. You right here. Daniel, you're everywhere. Let's see. Don't stop giving out nuggets. All right, I got you. Mark, I see you down in Memphis. Cool. Angie B, what you say here? Hey, it's gonna be a big party up in her. Look at you talking like a St. Louis person or something. We're the Business Queen. She coming out, getting you ready. NC, let's see. We got some people over here watching on Facebook. We got Nicole Briscoe, the mobile home mommy. I see you over here. So everybody, don't forget, give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. It's about that time, y'all. We about to get it popping.
And we have Mr. I Stay Woke. And Mr. I Stay
Woke. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? This is the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke, Chris Monroe, and I'm right back at you with another real estate video. Don't forget, we are here each and every Monday night dropping jewels on your head. Hope you can catch them because we are spewing the information to you, but you got to step up out of that comfort zone and definitely take action on it. I see we got a lot of people watching over here on YouTube, Facebook, and all the others. Give it a share. Let people know you're here. And let's see if we got the business queen here. Let's see. Is that her? Roxanna. Hey, is that you? Uh-oh, we got you on mute. Uh-oh, you got to unmute there. You got to unmute. You're muted.
Sorry.
There she is. How are you today?
I am blessed. I am favored, honor, and I have no complaints, and I'm just excited about being here.
That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you and everything. The business queen is in the building. So for people who may not know, tell people a little bit about what you do.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, my name is Roxanna Wilson, better known as the Business Queen. I am an author, an app developer, a serial entrepreneur, and I am inspired to help others to literally walk in their purpose on purpose while working their 9-to-5 and or running a business and creating multiple streams of income, leading you to financial freedom. I do own a full financial firm, which consists of taxes, credit, and funding for personal and business. So when it comes to money, I speak that language. I can show you how you can make your dream a reality, how you can turn your credit into cash and level up. It literally only takes 1 penny to turn to $1, and $1 take to 100, and 100 turn to 1,000, 1,000 take to thousands, and 1,000 turn to millions. You got it. It is possible. So I enjoy helping others actually really set their goal and just wake up every morning and be the best version of themselves.
Well said, well said. Now, I know when people start thinking about getting into business, they say, I got to have a bunch of money or I got to have a lot of credit. Is that all a myth or what?
Absolutely. It's funny because I was talking about this topic, like, are you still entitled to the American dream if you don't have a business, right? I want to really ask that question. Do you think that we are entitled to the American dream if you don't have the business? The truth is, a lot of us feel that, well, a lot of things is scams, or we think that some people just get it a little easier, or we think that we might don't have a chance, or we might think that, okay, well, maybe I just need to do things this way. The truth is, all you have to do is just have a strategy, have a goal, and be able to execute it. And the United States is basically structured based upon a business model. You're either going to be part of the transaction or you're going to be the transaction.
So you got to get on the other side of that equation. So pretty much our mindset is switched to be just, try to go struggle and work hard forever without setting up a business. Why do you think that is? Where do people get that from?
Well, I wouldn't say that where is what they got it from, because the truth is some may be inspired to be that best manager, right? So everybody, the truth is, they are business owners and they run a business, or they might be in somebody else's position at a 9-to-5 job, and they shouldn't be there. What I'm saying, if your reality is to run a business, or you don't have a business mentality, then you just need to duplicate something, such as possible as a network marketing firm that still give you the same business, the benefit as a business, and or just partner with someone, because there's a such thing as being a silent partner. So the 9-to-5 mentality is not so much as a 9-to-5, because the truth is everybody don't have the capability to run a business. That's why some business actually fail. The thing is, what I am saying is, if you are working a 9-to-5, make sure you still have something that's structured as a business, so you can still make sure you reap the benefits for it.
That's true. That's true. Because I mean, I know it. I don't think. I mean, I don't know. Maybe my philosophy is wrong. I don't think everybody should necessarily run a business. However, I do believe everybody should own part of a business. Would you agree with something like that?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. You can be absolutely a silent partner because you can have a 9 to 5 job and you can have extra income coming in, like take 20% of your money that you receive and invest it into a business and receive a better return than what the bank would give you. Because guess what? When you deposit your money in the bank, that's exactly what they're doing. They're investing in your money. You're just not getting a return from it. So choose what you want to do. Choose wisely. So it's just very important to understand the foundation that United States is built on, and to understand that we literally do have a choice to decide on what we can do. Because the truth is, like, if you have bad credit, that's your choice. That's your choice, literally. You got a chance to fix it. There's nothing wrong with having bad credit because sometimes life happens. And a lot of times, a lot of this stuff is not taught. But again, that is your choice. You got every right to make a decision in between a yes or a no or a maybe. To literally make that decision on everything that you're going to do, whether if it's going to lead to something good or something bad. But the truth is, you still have to make that decision. And once you make that decision, it might come another decision. The thing is, you got to keep going.
That's true facts right there. So what about a person that feel like they've destroyed their credit when they were younger and they can't really bounce back? I mean, what kind of words of encouragement do you have for somebody like that?
Stay off social media. Stay off social media and get your life together. The truth is, a lot of you guys may be inspired to want better credit, but the truth is, as soon as you make a post on Facebook, and you got some of those people, they don't mean no harm and they really don't know no better, that they understanding that they even blocking the blessing. The first thing they want to say, oh girl, oh honey, you can do that yourself. Well, the truth is, stop lying to yourself, because if you could do it yourself, then your credit would not be where it's at right now. Okay. The truth is, sometimes we are busy. You are a mom, you might be a dad, you might be a wife, you might be a sister, you might be a babysitter, and then you're trying to run your part-time business on the side and then run a 9 to 5. When do you possibly have an opportunity to really, truly fix your credit and or learn about it, right? Mm-hmm. So if you are one of those individuals, then make sure you put yourself in the position to still to win. Okay, it's nothing wrong with it. That's why we have different types of people in different categories that specialize in things. So if you got bad credit, it is your fault. There are so many low-cost resources out here these days where people, they're a startup business that's willing to even do it for free just for you to send in referrals. So it ain't even that money is even an issue. It's all about educating yourself to understand the purpose and the value of a credit repair company. Because the truth is, a lot of people think they're just going online and doing disputes, and that's not the truth. Whether it's a legit good credit repair company, they legit know what they're doing. They use the law that's designed for us to protect you for your consumer right based upon the Fair Credit Isaac Act, to make sure that everything is protected to help you with your profile, that then actually have your score that's related to it as well.
Yeah. And I know they're talking about the credit scoring system is going to be changing and going to some other type of format. Going
FICO 10. Actually, It's already here. Some models, some locations already start implementing the FICO 10.
So do you think that's going to have a major impact on people? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I know for a fact it is. The FICO 10 model, in a nutshell, it allows the lenders to really fully validate what's on your credit profile. They're not going based upon your score model itself, right? So with that being said, even your profile now, you can have a good credit score and still get declined. The thing is, it's about what your profile, what is built upon. The thing is, people like to add like authorized users and or temporary accounts, or sometimes don't have you can easily have like 1 or 2 accounts, but don't have no good credit behavior. They want your credit profile tells a story about you. They want to see multiple things up there. So the FICO 10 is allowing them to go a little further back and really evaluate you based upon the activity of what you actually have on your profile itself. And it's not going to be based upon that score model, because it's different things that can trigger that score to go up in reality is not telling the truth about you as your behavior and the fact of you repaying back the debt, which is why they came up with this model anyway.
Oh wow! So they really wanted to stop more people from getting credit, or are they trying to help people get more credit? That's why they switched it over.
No, the thing is, the bank make money for us applying for credit, right? Let's get that correct. The truth is, they don't care that you have good credit. The truth is, they can get paid more money based upon the interest. The truth is, they just don't want the ones that's literally just got that bad behavior, right? There's always some type of lender that's going to be able to give you some type of money, whether if it's personal reasons or business reason. There's somebody out there that's willing to give you some type of money. You just got to know who, when, what, and how to go to them, right? So the thing is, it's just that a lot of the lenders who had special criteria for their type of borrowers was lending out to individuals that really wasn't showing their true profile, and they lending to those people, and the reality is they're getting these cars and stuff, and then they default within a couple of months. And I can honestly contest to that because I own a tax firm, and I see a lot of individuals, they get their refunds, and their refunds being anywhere between $7,000 to $10,000, and then within a month that money is gone, and they're like, when I'm getting my state refund? And they literally handle you about their state refund, and their state refund might be on a couple of $100s because they done spent that money just that quick. So money is really a mentality. You know, also financial legacy is really a mentality. You know, having bad credit is also a mentality.
So we have to change our mindset and get in the right bet. That makes sense.
Absolutely.
So what is your thoughts when it comes to people trying to fix their own credit or versus going to some credit professional? What do you think people should do?
Well, the truth is you can fix your credit correctly, and you don't have to go to the professional. The truth is if you know what you actually need to do, because you can literally waive a lot of your rights by fixing a lot of your credit, but while trying to work on your credit report by going online or trying to do some things. And the fact is, you also allowing the debt to stay on your credit profile a lot longer because you're renegotiating that last date that's on your credit profile. I'm sure you guys heard about the 7-year rule and then some 10-year rules, right? Well, it's not when the account open, it's the last day of the activity, and the activity date can change. So you got to make sure that you educated enough, or it's based upon case-by-case situation, because some people, it's not that they have bad credit, they just don't have any established credit. So absolutely, they can just really consult with a professional, and they're going to tell them, they're not going to sign them up with their program. They're going to probably educate them or sign them up with a class that will teach them what they need to do to help them establish their credit and learn good credit behavior. So the thing is, you don't have to get a professional, but you do need to consult with a professional.
Consult with them, because I've seen people actually go through a credit professional, and they've been working on getting their credit fixed for like 2 years. I'm like, is that too long, or they just been dragging it out, or what's really going on here? It don't take that long, right?
Well, you gotta think, how long did it take them to mess up their credit profile? It don't take overnight to mess up your report. So you know, absolutely not. It's not going to take overnight to fix it. So what's on your credit profile is not the same as on mine, and it's definitely not what's on the same with my dad, my sister, my brother, the people who's watching this show right now. Everybody's situation is different. So it's not that they're dragging it out, or it could be a bad company, but long that they'll see some type of notification, they'll get some type of alert in their email, they get some type of response in their because the creditors respond to you directly in the bureaus. They respond to the actually person, so not to the repair company. They respond to the person. As long as they get some type of activity, that means that they're doing it. The truth is, the true credit repair part do not start until like the third round, right? So it's a process of going through credit repair, and it depends on what's on the report. And two, it's a relationship. How often is also that person is responding to the company, because sometimes there are certain documents that they may certain documents that what they need to do, or certain activities what they need to be doing along the way. And if they waiting to send over that response like a month later, it's going to delay the response of them doing what they need to do. So the truth is, if it didn't take you overnight to mess up your credit, it's not going to take you overnight to fix your credit. If that's the case, then we all is not going to pay bills. It will be no purpose of having good credit because we can just mess it all up and then just turn right back around and then fix it. But one thing good that's about bad credit, it can be fixed. And the thing is about credit is you may need to understand the difference between personal credit and business credit. Do not commingle the two. Personal is personal, business is business. Business will give you 5 times the amount that is attached to personal. So I just told you guys, it depends on what's actually on the credit report. The things that's really most important is if you have a business and why things supposed to be structured as a business and why it's actually really important to understand the American dream on why I was talking about having a business mentality. Because if you have bad credit, if you have a business, if you do have to go out and have a bad situation dealing with money, and you file bankruptcy, not saying that's what you should do, which it is for some people, it's just a technique for a lot of the rich people, such as Mr. Donald Trump. But the thing is, you just want to make sure that you understand if you using on your personal credit is going to stay up there versus your business is not attached to you. It's not going to show on your behavior. Business, they want you to use it. Personal, you use your credit so much, you go over that 30% utilization. They're going to say, wait a minute, bad credit habit, too much usage.
Wow. And they shut them off and mess them up or make them look bad, basically.
Well, yes. The truth is you can definitely get declined credit because of your high credit usage, and you actually have a good credit score.
Makes sense. We got about, almost 72 people over here. And we got the people listening in over here on Clubhouse and Instagram. If y'all listen on Clubhouse and Instagram, if you want the full experience, hop on over to ChrisMonroeSTL on YouTube. The Business Queen is dropping bars on y'all right about now. So give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. Now, when it comes to getting your credit repaired or fixed, what kind of resources do you recommend to fix your credit? That's what Tanya wants to know.
Yes, the resources will be actually consulting with a person based upon your situation. Everybody is different. So the best advice is to actually consult with the professional first so they can see what's on your profile that's going to best fit you. But however, if you want me to give you some resources, you want to make sure that you are working with accounts that's going to help you build credit, such as like self-lenders. Matter of fact, I even got a link that I can actually share before we get off that it's helped you build credit, right? So you want to make sure that you are actually building credit and doing it in the right way. But if your credit is messed up, it's not going to really help. Can you hear me, Chris?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
I cannot find you no more.
Uh-oh, you must have moved me off a window. You're still on, nice and live. Yeah, I can still see you. You probably just changed the window on your thing.
Perfect. All right, so I'm going to keep going. So the truth is, some people are trying to add some positive things on their credit, but it depends on what's really going on with their profile. But you can absolutely build your credit by understanding what you actually need, such as utilizing different things to build your report, as in actually truly establishing good credit, such as good credit habit, like utilizing credit cards. They do have credit cards company that simply is built based upon helping you build your credit. That's not going to charge you. It's not going to pull your credit score. That's really good. And it definitely is a good resource.
Makes sense. So in your opinion, what do you think people should say? Somebody want to just start with, they got really no credit or low credit. Should they really work on their personal credit or work on their business credit first?
Both. It's go hand in hand. Business credit, and what a lot of people do wrong is they try to use business credit as a supplement of them having bad credit. That's not going to work. You can establish business credit. You can establish business credit while you're working on your personal credit, and you can also just use your business funding once you are eligible for it and help you fix your personal credit. But a lot of times, the truth is, you're still going to have to be looked at as an individual, because you are the business based upon your habits, and it still is actually going to be checked. It's not going to be on your credit report, but they're going to want to see their profile.
Okay, cool. Are you switching cameras or something?
Well, I'm trying to. I can't find it on
You're
the
double.
location.
You're on 2 cameras.
Oh, I found it.
Okay, there you go. I would say I saw somebody pop in. I'm like, it's somebody popped in on the screen, but no, but that's cool. So that's good information. So people can actually do what they need to do to get their situation together. Let me see. Get you back on there. Are you good now? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. It's clicked me off somehow.
I can't hear you.
It's probably the volume on the thing because we were just on.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Oh no. Well, at least you can see me while we get that technical thing fixed there.
Hear you.
You might have to go back out and come back in. Can you hear now? Yeah, there you go. Go out and come back in. So we are live with the Business Queen Roxanna Wilson, talking about that business credit, talking about that personal credit, talking about getting your life right. Give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. If you're listening over on the Clubhouse, if you want to step on over to the YouTube channel at ChrisMonroeSTL, you can get the full experience. Got about 78 people or so look like over here watching on these multi-channels. We got the Instagram going. I'm about to cut off here in a moment, and then we'll keep this thing going. Let's see if we got you back.
Can you see me now?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes. So I'm sorry. I made a mistake and clicked out of the wrong broadcast.
I know you said, where'd he go?
Yeah, so there goes the link, you guys. So if you're trying to build credit, you can literally click up there. It says if you have bad credit, which one you can use. If you have decent credit, which one you can use. But it actually helps you establish credit. You can get you like a self-lender card. A self-lender card, it actually helps you build credit. Based upon that, they're not going to check your credit score. And you can ask, even if you got like, if you're renting, you can actually add your rents onto your credit profile. It's going to be listed up there as part of real estate, which weighs completely different on your credit profile. One of the things also that you can do, but the link is there, so you'll know the reliable resources, so you won't go to any wrong sites.
So this is to build your credit. Is that what this link is for?
Yeah, it's for you them to get the links for the ones that's going to help, that helps you build your credit.
Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat here so that people can see it. Let's put it on YouTube, and I put it on there. So, okay. So if you're on YouTube, you can click that link. So cool. So that's great. So what made you actually get into dealing with credit and building credit and helping people with this form? What inspired you to do this, Roxanna?
Well, the truth is I just got addicted with it. At the age of 20, I was actually very naive, right? And I literally wanted to buy a house, didn't know nothing about credit. And I was so naive to the point I thought the house was going to be a lot less, but it was actually way more. But then they asked me about my credit report, right? And then I learned about that your credit needs to be built and it actually needs to be a certain score. So once I started doing my research, I got so like amazed about the information about your report. Like I like to play with it, how it can go up and down based upon the amount that you pay down on your debt. I also was just excited about teaching my friends about even the interest rates. I was just so good with credit. You can give me a down payment amount that you want to put on your car. I can tell you how much it was going to be based upon your credit score, the interest rates, or let you know how much you need to put down for the score can be what it needs to be. So I really wanted to get to the point where I could pretty much be able to educate even my family and friends, because my dad and always used to say, if you get a credit card and you see it, then you need to cut it in half because that's money you don't have. So he used to always say that. They never say about establishing credit. They never say about even bad credit, right? Just say if you have still a credit card and they send this to you in the mail, cut it. So most of us is not really taught credit. So I was just so excited about really educating the people around me, and I seen how they was able to adapt to it. And I seen also how it played a role in my life. So it was just something that I added on to one of the business that I actually own, which I should say wasn't a business. At the time, it was just a hobby, which is a thin line between a hobby and a business, right? So it was just a services that I actually was able to provide and or educate on at the time. And then over time, it just grew based upon the clientele. And then I was like, wait a minute, I need to really get this structure correctly and make sure if I want to do this, which well, at one point I wasn't doing it for some time, but then it went back to it because I am into real estate. With real estate, you can't buy it unless you have your appropriate tax documents, right? With your appropriate tax documents, that's not going to matter if you ain't got your credit right? So that ties in hand in hand. Even with funding, any lender, they can't lend you unless they get your tax documents and need your credit. So all of that plays full circle with each other. So I was like, I have this full knowledge about it for many years, and I actually am inspired to help educate our community. Why not be able to have that as a service? But what really amazed me when I started learning about business credit, I was like, there's a such thing called business credit? What are you talking about? What you mean? You're not talking about like Equifax, TransUnion, and Experience? There's something else out there? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So some of this stuff you just don't never know until you run across the people, such as watching stuff like what you putting out here for us in the content. Because I must say that you're doing an awesome job out here on YouTube. A lot of people cling around you and giving you a lot of love, saying that they definitely follow you, even in the clubhouse. So King, keep showing up for us. We need you in our community, but it takes somebody like yourself to be able to get this word out, to inspire on how it is possible, because most of us, we wasn't taught this stuff.
Right. We got to deprogram the stuff people learned in school, right?
Absolutely.
Now, let's see here. Tanya has a question, and I was thinking this too the whole time. She says, Dave Ramsey says, debt is dumb and cash is king. Also recommends not getting credit. What is your opinion on that, Roxanna?
It's not my opinion. It's about what I have to say for a fact. Cash is not king. Credit is king. Credit can turn to cash, but once your cash is gone, it's gone. But you can always have credit, and you can also turn that credit into cash.
We're going to have to get a Dave Ramsey, Roxanna Wilson debate versus going.
Let's go.
So you're going to take them down just like that?
Let's go.
So you say no problem with that. Shanita Blue asks, what do you think about Credit Karma?
It's not what I think about it again. It's about what I know. Do y'all want to know some secrets about it?
Uh-oh, you finna drop something heavy on them?
Do y'all know that one of the bureaus actually own Credit Karma? Do y'all actually know that Leslie Law also own part of the business that own one of them? That's why I'm telling you. Anyway, Credit Karma is not real. It's a point-based system. It's designed for you to check your score for free, and it's not really your true score. That's why when you get ready to go apply for a loan, such as your car, such as your mortgage, anything else you apply for, your points is usually 30% up higher or 30% up lower than the amount. It's not real. It actually is a marketing strategy to get you to check your score. That's why they send you all of these credit card offers. You guys know dang on well with a 510 credit score that all of them credit card offers shouldn't be in there. They always trying to get you to apply. Everything's an upsell these days. Why you think they got a candy and also the drinks by the checkout? Why you think when you're going to the airport, why they still got the newspapers and little drinks and stuff literally right there on up until you board? Everything is an upsell. So that's exactly what Credit Karma is. It's an upsell part of the bureaus. And in fact, another secret is even TransUnion, Experience, and Equifax is a secondary source. They don't really truly hold your truly report. But that's enough for now. Book a consultation if you want to hear from a true expert. We ain't even going to dive into credit today because this is not really what this show is designed about. But just know Credit Karma is a marketing tool, and they get paid based upon you applying and approval. They get paid. So that's how it works, and that's why they offer it to you for free.
That's right. Ain't nothing really free. They just make you
Nothing free.
feel like
Something
it's
gonna
free.
always cost, and that data is expensive. However, it is a tool that you can still kind of utilize and at least get the alerts of something being added on your report. But it don't even give you all three. It only gives you two out of the three. And then two is not going to have like all your information, because you can look at your true report. You realize, wait a minute, that one up here, or wait a minute, this is up here. Everybody is also different when it comes to Credit Karma, because some people really don't have a lot on their credit report as it is. So they report may be kind of as close as it can be, but there are some that's all kinds of just screwed up. But the truth is, no, it's not a true monitoring services, and it's not going to really truly give you a credit score. Do y'all really think there's going to be a tool that's out here that's going to give you a true score outside the true source? Then they not making money from it.
You know, it's all about getting that dollar, make them holler. So let's go over into this real estate portion. So getting into real estate, what was your first kind of experience dealing with it from the business aspect?
Well, from the business aspect, that's very tricky, because starting out, I was a person that just invested into real estate. So that wouldn't be a business aspect, because it was just to be me, just wanting to be better in my life and not spend my last dollar. So I really took real estate very seriously once I actually hired a mentor, and then I got educated on multiple and different strategies of real estate and understand then other techniques that I can be using in actually killing this real estate game. And then I was actually able to establish a business, register a multiple business, and buy thousands of different properties and being able to close on them on several occasions, whether if it was wholesaling, hoteling, creative financing, structuring, owner financing, subject to options. Also, I did some lease options, and or fix and flip. So it's fun, and it's definitely game changing. Some people don't have their real estate set up as a business. They just have it as a secondary or a third or maybe a fourth house. So that's what you call a person that just invests into real estate, not a real estate investor. A real estate investor, more so to say, it's actually a business for them.
Okay, cool. And so when you say you bought a block of houses, I'm like, a whole block? That's a lot. Just thinking about that, just a whole block at one time. Can you go in and tell us a little bit about how you were able to first find somebody who was willing to sell a whole group of houses or like that, and tell us how that worked out?
Absolutely. Well, what's funny about this, I didn't have to find them. And it's funny because once you start doing a business, and what's good about doing a business and being educated on it, you're going to start training. People are going to know what you're doing. But in this case, my dad actually gave me a call about my uncle. And he asked me, could he actually get some money from me to purchase my uncle a house, because my uncle was actually renting the house at the time. At the time, my uncle health was failing, so my dad didn't want him to be without a home while he had to temporarily go into the hospital because he wound up having a stroke. And the owner was positioned to my dad because he know that him and my uncle is really close, because I'm willing to sell the property. So my dad gave me a call for me to actually for me to loan him the money, my dad the money. My dad wanted to buy my uncle the house. But I'm like, well, Dad, if he's trying to just get out of the business, he's trying to sell him this house for this much, and mind you, it was a good deal. I was like, what's his phone number? He's like, I don't have. I don't. What you mean you don't have it? He said he'll sell it to you at this price. He was like, no, he ain't got no other houses. He's just talking about this. I said, Dad, you don't never know. So one thing about your parents, sometimes they'll try to stop you for doing something. And my daddy is definitely is one of them, but don't really mean no harm about it. Love him to death. And I had to stop him. And I was just like, Dad, listen, this is not for you. It's not about, it was like, you don't need those houses. Some of them need work done to them, blah, blah, this. But I said, Dad, just give me the number. So make a long story short, I got his number. I gave him a call. I introduced myself. And of course, who is this young person? Mind you, young. Number two, who is this female? Remind you, I am a lady. And then number three, this Black person. So I literally had a good conversation with him. And then I had to drive where he was at, because it wasn't where I currently reside. So it was actually in a different town. So I actually met with him, and he actually took me by all of the properties that he's on. And he was just talking to me about, well, he really haven't put any too much thoughts to it, but he will be willing to sell for the right price. But he have been thinking about considering to list it in the paper in the future, because somebody have mentioned to him about somebody that will be willing to buy the property that be at Lowe's all the time. And I was telling him that I will be willing to give him a cash offer and what it will look like working with me and what I can actually do for him, removing him out of the middle and be able to still take care of himself, because he also has some health issues himself. And so I mainly position it as a benefit of removing him and not having to go through the hassle to respond to the ads, not going through the hassle of trying to figure out, can somebody get into these houses? Because all of these houses was actually occupied except for two. One of them was a triplex, and one of them was actually a house. And the one that was a house, it was vacant for about 2 years. And the one that was a triplex, it actually had a little fire damage on the bottom part of the triplex. So I was like, all the other one was occupied. So I don't know if you guys have any experience with buying property that's occupied, but sometimes it's hard to get in contact with your tenants. And or they may try to give a person a hard time, or literally probably tell everything what's going on with the house and literally make the sale go bad. So I pretty much sold that technique on that. Honestly, the truth is the block was personal to me, because the block was nearby the block that I used to live on. I was born in the house, lived there for 18 years and some months. So I'm like, how cool would that be to actually own the block that I used to walk on a daily basis as a child, sneaking to the store half the time with my cousins and them. And how dope would it be to also own the block, and it's full of people of my beautiful color here, right? Black is power. And I can also help educating them about credit and teaching them how to also be a homeowner, right? And I also thought about how it can be a turnkey and I can instant make money at the time of closing. So I knew I needed some negotiation that I needed to do, because the truth is my bank account did not match owning a block. The truth is I also really didn't even have any experience buying bulks of houses. But what I did was I was determined, I was driven, I was willing to research, and I had already developed an education for myself that I knew enough to apply it and to make it work. So I strategized, I built a lot of rapport. I knew what I didn't want to pay, and I knew what I wanted. And I wanted that block, and that's exactly how I structured the deal, where I wouldn't have to come out of my pocket for it and be able to solve the solution for the seller. Because again, I was young and he was hoping I would buy the house, but at the same time, what house is, he probably is like, well, she may be serious, she may not. And I honestly know why he did that now, because I later learned that he have like a year prior before meeting me, he did have people to reach out and supposedly been buying from him or maybe interested in buying the properties, and they didn't follow through.
Yeah, that happens from time to time. These wholesalers, I'll tell you about them.
But actually, it wasn't even a wholesaler. It wasn't even a wholesaler. It was just somebody that was trying to invest into real estate for one of them that I know. And then something that's funny was blowing my heart, because at the closing table, what should I say, at the closing office, because we wasn't at the table, he smiled at me and he looked at me, even with the buyer there. He said, "Gal, we did it, didn't we?"
That's right. That's
So
right. How many houses
heart.
was it?
I'm sorry?
How many houses was it?
There was a total of 21.
Wow. So that's a block, like both sides almost. That's a lot of houses.
But on the block is not the total. The total of the block itself is not 21. There was a 21 package.
Okay, cool. So the 21 houses, what was the purchase price of it?
Now, the purchase price, I cannot remember the exact amount, or I will be lying. So do not quote me. There has been so many different transactions since then. I done bought so many daggone properties, flipped them, wholesale them, and also kept them for myself. So don't quote me. But I can tell you, I can't tell you this much of it. I do remember wholesaling all of the properties. I wholesale it where the price would take care of the amount of his asking price. But I had multiple buyers. Altogether, there was 3 buyers. One buyer was already ready to on board. And the truth is, the other buyer, I didn't find them really till the day before closing. So they had to clear some money from their retirement account to be able to close, which then needed me to then still need to bring, was it $25,000 to the closing table. All I did was went to my bank. I had a business line of credit, transfer some money from my business line of credit to my checkings account because it works the same as cash, was able to wire to the attorneys, and it held me for closing. Then later on that week, which was like on a Friday, the next closing came, and that next closing for that one house was for $30,000. Now I do remember that one. That one was for $30,000 because then I do remember the proceeds for my sale was $5,000. And I was able to take that $25,000, wire it right back onto my account and pay off the car. And then I still owned the whole block free and clear, was able to collect the rents and still collecting the rents right now to today. It don't pay for itself over and over and over. So instead of me profit on all of the properties where I could have easily made like a quick $100,000, I basically wholesale it good enough where it pretty much it was paying what I would have came to it since I wanted to keep those blocks of houses. So he actually had that block. It was actually 2 blocks. It was designed like this, and then he had owned another house, and then right there was 2 others. So literally, how you position it, if you park a certain way or walk a certain way, you literally can see pretty much all of his properties based upon how it's set up. So, but the one that was close by my neighborhood where I was born and raised as a baby and literally lived there until I left, I wanted to keep that one, right? So I just pretty much sold everything else. And the property, one of them was really on another side of town. I just made sure I got the maximum offer for it.
So that makes sense. Cool. So we are live with the Business Queen Roxanna Wilson. People listening over here on Clubhouse, if you want to get the full experience, hop on over to the YouTube channel at ChrisMonroeSTL. If you all do have questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. We'll try to get them answered before we wrap this thing up tonight. So Roxanna, so what kind of mindset does a person need to get into if they want to get into this real estate stuff and buying up houses and stuff like this? Does this shift the mind or what?
Absolutely, because the thing is, it can be an overload. The thing is, you do got to have a strategy. The thing is, just like anything else that can bring you money, it still can also bring you debt. Yeah. So you do got to have a mentality and know that everything is possible. You just got to be willing to educate yourself so you can have a true strategy in place and understand the strategy to lead you to wealth. Because it's not hard to get into real estate. I was a naive young girl that just wanted to own a property herself. At the age of 21, I was a homeowner, got my first property built from the bottom up. At the age of 22, I bought my first rental property. 23, bought another. 24, bought another. 25, I'm like, wait a minute, who I think I am? I ain't got that much money. That's how I know cash is not clean. Cash is not king. Because surely it will run you out. And if you don't have any money, you're like, wait a minute, but dang, if you have another important purchase, you own these houses or you ain't got no money, then what you gonna do? You got some assets, yes, you can have some collateral, right? But with credit, you can continue on going and going and going and going and going and going and going. So they go hand in hand. So you can absolutely own and buy the block by using different strategies and method. In fact, I even own a full mobile home park, been even creative also. So you don't have to have a lot of money to start building wealth. You just got to have a strategy. The mindset that you got to have is don't look at things from a right and wrong perspective. Look at things from a different viewpoint. So when people are speaking, try to listen to What is it that they're trying to communicate with me? Or what is it that I can learn? Because the truth is, we are always learning and growing. What your mom and dad taught you may not be considered right. Because why? Who said it wasn't right? Or what my mom and dad taught me may not be right. Because of why? Who said it was wrong? So you got
Now,
to
you
have
know the answer to that, Roxanna. It's because they said so.
yeah. The mentality is you just got to be able to be open and willing to educate yourself and have that drive to just take action. Because if you don't take action, somebody else is going to be out there doing it one way or the other. When you sleep, somebody's making some money. While you at work, somebody's making some money. While you out shopping, somebody's making some money. While you just low-key just chilling, somebody's making some money. While you scrolling on Facebook, somebody's making some money. While you gossiping, somebody's making you some money. And the truth is, you can do it too.
That's right. That's right. You can do anything you put your mind to. So I know you've been in the game a little bit now. And what type of mistakes have you made in the past that you feel like you've learned from?
Slow down. I'm one of those people that I would jump and then figure out how to open the parachute later. The truth is, even the mistakes that I made, it still was at the time was good. Like it wasn't too bad. But I had bought some more. I bought another block of house that I really don't talk about. But the truth is, because I bought this other block that I own, I'm like, well, shoot, I can buy this other block that's not too far from it, and I did. But those tenants was in there was not so good. And one of the houses, he told me that he was going to do some repairs on it, and I pretty much bought it sight unseen just because it was a downright good cash offer for me to take it. But just slow down because your investment, as soon as you can get the money in, you can also lose it.
Exactly.
Know your numbers. Know your numbers.
Bank account get drained. We don't want to do that. So that makes sense. So cool. Let me see. We got some questions over here from the audience. Let's see what we got here. They say, what's up with other agencies like LexisNexis?
Yeah, LexisNexis is one I'm referring to. They actually is one of the companies that's actually is owned by they own part of the company that's owned Credit Karma, believe it or not. That's why you see certain things fall off from one of your credit report faster than others when you dispute it with LexisNexis because they really own it. But hey, that's a hidden gem. But LexisNexis is just a hit or miss. Some people get good results from them and some don't. And definitely a lot of people talk about how long they are enrolled in their program. But they are legit. It's just more so as sometimes we're dealing with a lot of bigger companies. You got to just think about, you got to wait until they get to you. And everybody just have different experience when you're really honestly dealing with any company, but they are legit. And I have some clients that come to me that went after them that didn't have any results and was able to come to my firm, was able to get results sooner than later. Not saying that I had magic, because sometimes things just come in numbers, and who knows? So there might be somebody that left my company, went to LexisNexis, right? It can happen. But they are legit. It just depending on what type of company that you want to work with. Do you want somebody more hands-on, and or if you want a monthly payment, and etc.
I know that's right. It looks like Brianna on Clubhouse says she loves you.
I tell her, Brianna, I love her as well.
I know that's right. Let's see here. Tanya on YouTube says, what mentorships can you recommend to someone trying to get into real estate?
Well, you're talking to two basically mentors right now, looking at Chris Monroe. You on his YouTube channel. Follow his channel right now. He'll give you a lot of valuable information. On his screen right now, he's giving you resources on how to get this stuff at low cost. See, me, I didn't know this information. It wasn't available for me. I had to hire a mentor to even get this information. And now you mean to tell me I can find somebody like Chris Monroe on YouTube to give me a lot of this valuable content? So the truth is, it's not what mentorship. The question is, are you ready? What research are you willing to put into? What type of person are you looking to mentor you? What type of value are you able to also add to them if they can add to you? And what is it that you're trying to learn and execute? Because there's a lot of value that can be poured into you, but if you're not going to do nothing to it, it's not going to just going to be two ship. It's just going to be like two ship. trying to pass each other on a foggy night, as my daddy say.
I know that's right. So at what point do you feel like a person should even seek out mentorship or a coach, or should they just come straight in, don't know nothing, I want a coach or a mentor?
I think they should at least know the different terms of real estate. And I think that they should at least probably do a little research, meaning even if they have to just pay for a consultation for somebody to tell them what research they need to do a little research and find out what part of real estate that motivate them the most. Like, do they like the beginning of it, for as in flipping, like to see change, something old turn into new? Do they like passive income? So they're more going to be more as a landlord. Do they like bigger checks or quick money? So they're going to probably like to get something creative like wholesaling. And even within all those three that I just named, that even different tiers or different levels that you can get into real estate, it goes even deeper than that.
Most definitely. Go down that rabbit hole and see what you find. So good answer there. So yeah, Tanya, if you are looking for some resources, you're on the channel right now. Just go to that playlist on here that says Woke Real Estate Playlist. It's about 200 and some videos right there that breaks all of this stuff down. And if you actually want coaching, there's the website right there, ChrisMonroeSTL.com, or just go to WokeRealEstate.com. It's all connected. So that's good. That's good. So the business queen, Roxanna. So what kind of programs or services do you offer for people who are looking for something to help them level up their game?
Well, I am an author of Royalty Gems. You guys should definitely check out my book. If you are trying to find out what is your purpose and you really want to dig into what is your worries, your struggles, and your weakness, definitely check out my book. I talk about my story, and I even help you write your own. It is available on Amazon. It's also available on my site at IamRoxannaWilson.com. Make sure you also follow me on all of my social media platforms. Instagram, I am Roxanna Wilson. Also Facebook, I am Roxanna Wilson. Join my Facebook group, Walking in My Purpose. And I talk about how to level up in your life. And if you are actually wanting to make money, which you can make money with me simply by sending me in referrals, I have an app called the Cha-Ching. It's an app that makes you money. It's as simple as downloading my app, send a referral, and you get money once you sign up for my services. What services I offer? I'm glad you asked. I offer tax preparations. I specialize in business. We also do personal. We do credit, personal, and business. And we also do funding. And of course, I am a real estate investor, so I do offer some coaching programs. And it is only limited time slots available because I am busy. But yes, if there's anything that I can do to add value to you guys, definitely reach out, connect, and build with me. But I can definitely teach you how to turn your credit to cash. I can show you literally how to establish business credit. And also I can teach you how to invest into real estate without owning the property. And no, I'm not talking about wholesaling. And even if you got a penny, I can show you how to invest in it. But just connect and build with me and follow me on my journey. I'll be more than happy to try to add as much value to you. But don't get it twisted. My time is valuable as much as your time as well. We wouldn't want to waste each other's time. So just make sure you know exactly what you want, and I'll see what I can help provide for you. And I can also help all of the individuals that need help with the PPP and the EIDL. I am doing consultation for that. So if you're trying to see if you qualify for it, book me. I'll let you know if you qualify and or can possibly help you go ahead and get funded for that.
Most definitely. That's great. So what kind of goals do you have set for yourself coming up into this year, 2021? You're going to buy some more houses, do some other stuff? What do you have going on?
Yeah, my goal for this is to literally autopilot my business, be more hands-on and building trust accounts and really having it structured in a way where I'll be able to leave all of like my family something, and of course the goal is to own nothing but control everything. And I'm looking forward with finishing establishing my mobile home park that I bought in honor of my daddy to dedicate it to him while he's alive. I'm looking forward with building that with him and inspiring my family throughout the process as they see us build this for generational wealth.
I know that's right. So that's the business queen. IamRoxanna.com. Anything else you want to share with the family before we wrap this thing up and do some more woke stuff?
Absolutely, you guys. Just connect with me. We are doing an amazing event. There's only going to be limits tickets available. Hop in either my DMs or Chris DMs. Find us some way, and then just say that you've seen or heard this on Clubhouse. For those of you on Clubhouse, and by us to say, I heard it on Clubhouse. and this is my first time announcing it public because I only announced it on Clubhouse. We came up with the idea, but we are going to have a Black Wealth Mastermind. It's going to be an all-day event where we're going to teach you guys how to start your tarot business. We're going to teach you guys about Airbnb. We're going to teach you guys about creative financing, on how to invest into real estate without using your money and credit. And no, we're not talking about wholesaling. And we're going to teach you also how, once you make that $100,000 or more, how you can legally write it off and not pay a lot of money. So you can literally, we can teach you how to make the money and keep the money. And I'm going to show you how to get the money so you can even get into the business, such as tarot, such as Airbnb, such as so you can pay your tax accounting. Because I'm going to show you guys how to literally level up and get this business funded. And we're going to even give you guys, if you're going to do tarot and you're going to have all these Airbnb, you're going to have to get around. We're either going to have an expert up there about transport.
Roxanna, what's tarot? We don't know what that is.
Tarot is one of the best things to get into right now at a very low cost if you're smart and know strategies. But if you want to know more about it, just get the tickets. Only going to be 100 tickets available. First come, first serve. And tarot is pretty much, in a nutshell, it's the Airbnbs in cars. All it is pretty much, it's literally, you pretty much is operating as a car rental business, but just easier and better with less headache, should I say, than what people would typically do when they actually rent in a car with like Enterprise. It's just so much easier just downloading the app and book it and then go pick up with the private owner.
Yeah, somebody just picked up my car again, a 21-year-old. I said, I don't know. I hope he don't mess up nothing. And it's raining outside, but he seemed pretty mature, so we're going to give him a chance.
How many times have you looked at the security camera?
Well, I look at the GPS on it all the time. I can see where he is right now.
Yeah.
I know how that goes. Tony wants to know, what is your Instagram name?
I am Roxanna Wilson. It's my name.
Here you go. It's on the right side of the screen right here. I am Roxanna Wilson. At I am Roxanna Wilson. 2 N's, and you'll be in. Just
and
like
just
that.
Inbox me, and I'll send you that link. But it's going to probably go public tomorrow. I'm going to start marketing it. So you guys, if you're serious, for those who are watching and paying attention, you want to hop either in my DMs or either Chris DM and let us know that you heard it. If you listen to us on podcast, inbox me podcast. If you listen to us on Clubhouse, inbox me Clubhouse, and I'll get you that secret link. And or if you're not available to find me because you're just busy right now, you are actually able to text me to get on the alert. Text the word events in all caps. Again, it's EVENTS. And the number is area code. Text me, you guys, 415-528-7403. Again, 415-528-7403. And it's all caps events. You can text me to get that alert. But you got a better chance inboxing me now, because once that text alert goes out, it's going to go out to a lot of people. And once those 106 is gone, they are gone.
I know that's right. So text the keyword events to 415-528-7403, and you'll be in there like that there. All right, so that works. Let me see. We got some more people asking something. Where do we get the tickets? She just told you. So yeah, just text that number. Text events with an S. 415-528-7403. That'll get you on the notification text, and you'll be ready to go.
Yes, but if you're ready to get the tickets now, you want to inbox us, is what I'm saying. You want to go ahead and inbox us right now, and I'll get you that link, because it's going to go public tomorrow.
There you go. Dana says, love Roxanna and Chris, dropping gems. All right, let's see here. Who is this saying? So how can I get on Clubhouse? Oh, man, you don't want to get on there. You're going to be addicted. We can't get off of that thing, can we, Roxanna?
Listen, I'm on Clubhouse right now.
You can never get off Clubhouse. So you try to get off, you're back on. Nighttime, daytime, that thing never turn off no time. So yeah, if you need an invite to Clubhouse, shoot me a message. I can't even see who that is. That's somebody on Facebook. Just shoot me a message. You have to have an iPhone or an iPad. Step 1, go download the app and then shoot me a message. Go download the app, secure your name, and then shoot a message. I'll get you.
Matter of fact, why don't we do something fun inside of your group, just for your group? Why don't we get a train going on, getting people following, and we can send out some free invites to them, let them join the club.
Most definitely. We can definitely do that. So cool. Let's say, what rooms are you all in? We in the best rooms. What kind of question
Yeah,
is that?
you just gotta follow us, and then you'll learn how it works. You'll get the notifications.
Yep. So that's cool. The Business Queen Roxanna, thank you for coming on today. Glad everybody was able to connect, find some information, and I appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. See you at the clubhouse later. I know we will.
You know, we never get off. So that's how we do it, family, right here each and every Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, chopping it up with all different types of people, whether they're talking about real estate, credit building, business building, you building, get you built up, get you strong. We're going to do it when you ain't going to do it wrong. We are streaming live right now on Clubhouse. What up to my family? I know they like, man, I want to raise my hand. I want to say something. Maybe after the stream you might can, but not right now. So the people that are watching right here, don't forget, give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share, tag somebody who needs to know this information. Let them know about Chris Monroe. Let them know about Roxanna Wilson. Let them know about what we're doing over here. We're trying to change your life in 2021 and beyond. Don't forget, if you haven't already, join the free Facebook group, the Woke Real Estate Investing Group, talking about subject to, talking about lease options, talking about seller financing, talking about land trust, talking about all that stuff. Just come on in. It's a creative real estate investing group on Facebook. Check it out. It's cool for you. And if you haven't checked out the website, wokerealestate.com, the number one-stop shop for all of your real estate training, learning needs. It's a bunch of free resources on there, a bunch of other resources on there. Don't miss out on that. If you are listening on the Woke Real Estate Podcast on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Amazon Podcast, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating. We need every up rating we can get, because you know it's a lot of noise out here and you got to break through. Let them know, hey, we here. We ain't playing that game. All right. So I hope this video helped you all tonight. So that's going to do it. All right. We're going to do it like that. And don't forget, next week, we're on with Mr. Sawan Belcher. Sawan's going to be on talking about how to create a passive cash flow through real estate, doing some big deals up there, using private money and some other stuff. That's going to be next Monday, February the 1st. The 15th of February, we're on with Corey Reed. Corey Reed going to tell us on how to be the best wholesaler. You know, some strategies and techniques. He has a huge operation, and we definitely want to tap in and ask him questions. So if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, follow, and you can be notified. It's a real thing. All you have to do is text the keyword JV to 636-330-1444. That'll get you the free JV agreement, or the joint venture agreement that works with other wholesalers, real estate agents, and other real estate investors. And you'll be on a notification squad for when we go live. Just text the keyword, which is JV, to 636-330-1444, 636-330-1444. So hopefully you all learned something tonight. So with all that being said, I will catch y'all on the next one. So do what you do, be who you be, and I'll see you before you see me. Peace.
And we have. And we have. And we have. Mr. I Stay Woke. And Mr. I Stay.
Find more leads than you can even process. That's multiple listing service. That's the MLS for your real estate agents. Absentee owner information. Find the cash buyers and flippers in any market nationwide. Pull a pre-foreclosure list. And don't forget, you got to find those comps. Get nationwide access with multiple filters. Powered by PropStream at wokesource.com. Get your 7-day free trial today. Wokesource.com. That's wokesource.com.
Get your free real estate joint venture agreement and get notified of upcoming shows. Text JV to 636-330-1444.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. WokeSkipTracing.com. That's WokeSkipTracing.com. You may have heard the saying, the fortunes are in the follow-up. Now there's a brand new system that is great to help you cold call, text message, drop voicemails, and so much more, all automated. You don't have to remember anything. Just set it and forget it. All you have to do is speak to people. Check it out, wokereply.com. It's a multi-touch marketing campaign where you can schedule to send text, voicemail, email, and even live calls all on autopilot. Check it out today, wokereply.com. That's wokereply.com.